Predictions of 1,400 murders in Jamaica for 2023. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Jamaica will end 2023 at close to 1,400 murders if the current rate of homicides continues, according to opposition spokesman on national security Peter Bunting. The former Minister of National Security made the predictions on Wednesday during a People's National Party press conference at the party's Old Harbour Road headquarters in St. Andrew. And he outlined that the murder rate across several parishes show that nationally we're going at a rate of about 50 murders per 100,000 population, which puts us at the top of the global ranking, where we continue to be among the highest in the hemisphere and in the world. Bunting said that up to July 22, St. James was 109 murders per 100,000, Hanover was 98, Westmoreland 86, and Kingston and St. Andrews 60. He noted that these parishes were significantly above the already high national rate. He charged that things being done by the Andrew Holness-led administration, such as the routine use of state of emergency, the SOE, that have been ruled unconstitutional by the courts, the refusal to table reports from public bodies in Parliament, and the decision to increase the age at which the Director of Public Prosecution should retire, are designed to distract Jamaicans from the real crime figures. And of course, we know that the crime rate in Jamaica is extremely high, one of the highest anywhere in the world. The Jamaica government is facing harsh criticism for its decision to use its majority in the lower house to amend the constitution to increase the age of retirement for the Director of Public Prosecutions without consultation. The Constitution Amendment of Section 96(1) and 121(1) Act of 2023, tabled by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, seeks to extend the retirement age of both the Auditor General and the Director of Public Prosecution from 60 to 65 years. Watchdog group National Integrity Action said while there may be justification for extending the retirement threshold, the rush process engaged by the government to achieve this objective is unacceptable. Founding Director of National Integrity Action, Professor Trevor Monroe, said the government was setting a dangerous precedent. Opposition leader Mark Golding said that the parliamentary opposition is seeking legal advice as to whether it can challenge the government's decision to hurriedly push through a bill in the House of Representatives on Tuesday to extend the tenure of the Director of Public Prosecution. The GLP government has now adopted the communist form of governance just like China and Russia whenever they do stuff like these. Anyway, things don't look too good for dancehall artist Mad Cobra. The veteran dancehall artist is facing up to 30 years in prison after deputies in Florence County, South Carolina on Tuesday discovered 2 kilograms of cocaine in his vehicle and a gun. According to the Florence County Detention Center, Mad Cobra's given name Ewart Everton Brown was given surety bonds of $5,000 on the charge of possession of a weapon during a violent crime and $120,000 on the charge of trafficking in cocaine. His total bail bond was set at $125,000. And the latest in this saga is that he has now been released on bail. The Florence County Detention Center website said that the artist, whose given name is Ewart Everton Brown, was released as his bond was posted. Investigators are now probing the circumstances which led to the murder of a 73-year-old retiree in Red Hills in St. Andrew. Conley Foster, a farmer of Cedar Valley District in Cypress Hall in Red Hills in St. Andrew, was found murdered at his home on a Wednesday afternoon. His body was found wrapped in a sheet with what appeared to be a bullet wound to the body. A woman was shot dead in Hayes in Clarendon on Wednesday afternoon. Investigators reported that 39-year-old Alicia Latchman Peart, a chef of Corn Peas District in Hayes, was inside her restaurant when a man entered and ordered food. The man was being served when he pulled a firearm and opened fire on Miss Latchman Peart. She died on the scene. The attack occurred about 12:57 p.m. at the Alicia Homestyle restaurant along the Hayes Main Road, and no motive has been established for that attack. Meanwhile, Krishna Samuda, the man who is accused of the 2018 killing of a taxi operator in Gregory Park in Portmore in St. Catherine, has been conditionally freed of murder. High Court Judge Justice Leighton Pusey on Tuesday upheld a conditional non-prosecution submitted by the prosecution, and during its submission, the prosecution told the court that the witness in the case could not be located. A conditional non-prosecution means that although the case is discontinued, it can again be placed before the court if the witnesses are located or if a decision is taken to rely on witness statement. And just because the witness is afraid to come to court, they let this man walk free. And you can see gunmen kill people in Jamaica for fun because they know that the chance of going to jail is almost nil. Either the people are too scared to turn up to court or the judges let them walk free. The Westmoreland police are probing the murder of two men whose bodies were found at Amity District in Betheltown, Westmoreland, Wednesday morning. The deceased men have not yet been identified. However, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of operations in the Westmoreland Police Division, Adrian Hamilton, said that the men are from St. James. Reports are that residents heard loud explosions and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, the men were found with multiple gunshot wounds. DSP Hamilton said that another man was dropped off at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James on Tuesday night with gunshot wounds, and he later died as well. He said that the police suspect that the incident might be linked to the Amity double murder, but they are doing further investigations as we speak. A 28-year-old man who was recently charged with murder in Kingston has once again been slapped with more charges after a firearm and several rounds of ammunition were seized at his home in Whitton in Westmoreland on Tuesday. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is 28-year-old Romario Yee of Dumfries Street in Denhamtown in Kingston and Hartford in Westmoreland. Reports are that about 10 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation at a premises where Yee occupied. During the search, 6 9mm rounds of ammunition were found in his possession. A further search of the premises was conducted the following morning, and 1 9mm pistol was also seized. He was arrested and charged after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Yee was recently charged with murder in Denhamtown and was ordered by the court to relocate, which he did, and he went to Westmoreland. So, him left Kingston, gone to Westmoreland, left Kingston hot, and still hot at Westmoreland. On to sports. Following their historic goalless draw against 5th-ranked France on Sunday, Jamaica's senior women's football team assistant coach Xavier Gilbert said it is not yet time to celebrate because players must focus on the bigger picture, which is the possibility of progressing beyond the group stage. The last World Cup, Jamaica never win or even draw a game, so for them to draw with a powerhouse team like France is a great achievement. And now it is for them now to win their first game against Panama on Saturday. And the games on Wednesday, the US had to fight hard, but they were able to come from a goal down and achieve a draw with the Netherlands. In the other game, Canada meanwhile beat Republic of Ireland 2-1, while Portugal demolished Vietnam 2-0. And if you ever missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.